Okay, and good evening everybody. Welcome to our webinar for tonight. Ayan, glad that we have a lot of people here. Let me know if maingay yung sound. I got this new electric fan. Tingnan ko. So I'm trying it right now. USB na electric fan, pero I'm not sure if maingay siya. So, teka, plugin ko muna. Baka, maingay ba siya? Anyway, good evening everybody. I'm glad that you guys are here for our fourth webinar in our Fast Forward to 2021 webinar series. Tonight we're talking about Amazon Seller Central. I'm once again really glad that you guys are here. And ayun. Oh, nope daw. Okay. Ayos. Okay itong electric fan na to. Battery operated pa. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, good evening, Shesan. Good evening, Prashano. Marideth, Sylvie, Marites, Sylvia, Esperanza, Imelda, hello. And if you haven't answered the question, may tanong ko kanina, have you ever experienced shopping or buying something on Amazon.com? Since Amazon naman yung topic natin ngayon, have you ever experienced buying something or baka shopping lang, baka nag-window shopping lang kayo? Let me know what you guys have done. Good evening to a lot of people. Nika has not yet tried shopping on Amazon.com, sabi niya. A lot of people actually waiting here, sabi ni Siri. I can't read all the comments kasi ang dami din. Simjang hasn't shopped pa on Amazon.com. Just wait lang po. I don't know how to do this. Well, tonight we're teaching you about how to do stuff in Amazon Seller Central. Ayusin ko lang muna to. Watching from Batangas, sabi ni Raimundo. Maulan. Well, dito naman, it's been a clear day. We were riding scooters earlier dito sa Cebu. Hello, George from Cebu. Yes, Jinlin, anong binili mo sa Amazon? Mariette. Oh, may mga Amazon shoppers, international shoppers tayo dito. Loie, yes, good evening, not yet, sabi ni Mandela. Vien, not yet. Window shopping lang, sabi ng iba. Christina, not yet. Maricel, not yet. Marjo, not yet. Oh, most people don't have experience pa sa Amazon. Sabi ni Sheila, Lazada at Shopee lang. Araw-araw ba? Lazada at Shopee. Malapit na yung 11/11, di ba? Loyal sa Shopee at Lazada. Loyal sa mga Southeast Asian company. Malaysia nata yun, di ba? Yung Shopee and Lazada. Haven't tried yet. Window shopping lang. Ako, I use it for window shopping a lot. Kahit I'm gonna buy something on Lazada or Shopee, gagamitin ko siya to look for items, tapos hanapin ko siya sa Shopee. Kasi yung mga Chinese made dun. Pero sometimes ako I order din. Planning, sabi ni si Liza. Sheila from Milan. Nice for you to join us. Yets has tried. Nice. Christine from the City of Smiles. Ayos. Angel multiple times. Mga shoppers. Jasmine, yes. Amazon VA for 2 years but really wanted to watch your webinar pa rin po. Pero you should know these things as an Amazon VA. Baka may input ka rin, Angelica, sa experience mo. Baka you can also help out sa mga tanong dito. May napanood ako sa YouTube regarding sa Amazon. Is it dropshipping po ba tawag dun? Sin, if you can watch our replay from last week, we talked about dropshipping and e-commerce, so baka you'll get some input from there. May makuha kang idea about dropshipping. But now we're talking more about Amazon Seller Central and fulfillment by Amazon. Then we're covering that tonight. All right, we have a lot of people tonight. I'm glad you're here with us. We almost have 400. Kakastart lang natin. We have around 400 people, so I'm excited to get started. Medyo saba ba? Sige. Ako lang i-1. 3 mo to ganina. Sabi ni Vivian, medyo saba ang fan. Pero ito, okay na ba? I just turned it to 1 setting. Use Amazon to compare prices. Oh, ako din. That's what I use. Parang siyang additional resource. Sige, let's dive into Amazon Seller Central for tonight. And I want us to make use of our time. Diba? We're doing these free webinars to prepare you. Sabi ko before, we're doing these free webinars to prepare you for the year 2021, diba? To fast forward, and this is part of your learning. So I want you to maximize this as much as possible. Well, first of all, first of all, I want you to take notes, okay? May paper ba kayo? May pad and paper ba kayo? Maybe you're taking notes on Microsoft Word. Let me know if you're ready. Are you ready? Do you have a notebook ready, or do you have Microsoft Word ready? Let me know in the comments down below. Take action, okay? So, what we're teaching you tonight, I want you guys to take action from it. I don't want na, nood lang kayo ng nood ng mga free video, pero you're not really taking action. Diba? Useless naman yung time nyo if you're just gonna keep watching videos, tapos wala naman kayong gagawin, diba? It's take action. Diba? I want you to take action rather than learning and learning and learning lang. And lastly, take your friends with you. So share this webinar, tag your friends here, especially those who are planning to get into online freelancing. Share this with them. Online freelancing it's such a big opportunity right now, and share this with your friends and family who to take advantage of this opportunity. Sino bang ready? Ready na si Marites, ready na si Christina, si Eder Linda, si Myra, si Zeril, may pen and paper. Oo, ready. May notebook pa si Janet. Oo, dapat ganun. May notebook. Sana ni Hannah, may notebook talaga. Alright, I want you guys to stay until the end of this webinar because you're going to get a certificate. But, if you like all this free education, then, I would appreciate it if you liked and followed our Fba Bootcamp Facebook page, and even if you left us a review. We release a lot of free content for you guys. Itong mga free training, mga free blog posts, mga educational and inspirational content for you. So like us and follow us on Facebook. We also have a YouTube channel, and we have a lot of free courses and free webinars. Last week we had our introduction to e-commerce workshop, and I want to thank everybody once again. We had ganito rin mga over 400 live viewers, and those who watched the replay plus, so thank you. Were you here last week? Sino bang complete attendance dito? Raise your hand. This is the 4th webinar na. Who has attended all 4? Okay, who has attended all 4 webinars? Let me know if you've been here from the start. Okay, now this is the certificate. We're gonna send it on Monday. Okay. Within the week. Okay, next week, sometime next week. Baka hindi Monday, baka Tuesday or Wednesday nyo matanggap. But we're gonna be sending this next week. And stay until the end. I'll give you the instructions on how you will do it. We have an assignment tonight for you to do something. So if you submit the assignment, we'll send you this certificate, and this certificate is really great because you can add this to your portfolio. You can add this to your Upwork portfolio, online jobs at PH na may pakita kayo na I know how to do this. I know how to do Amazon Seller Central kasi may certificate kayo of completion. So added credentials, added credibility to sa profile mo that you can show to your potential clients. Okay, so stay until the end. Who's been here? Si Maricel, si Riza, all throughout. Hershey, first time, welcome, first time mo. Sherry, complete. Eileen, welcome, first timers. PJ, okay lang yan. Shine, Christina, all the time. This is really helpful. Good to hear. Jem, first time. Ecom lang. Where can you watch the replay? It's in the videos. If you click on the videos tab, also on our YouTube channel. I cannot open the link. Send me an email, Chloe, if there's a problem with the certificate para maayos namin. 3, missed the first one. It's okay, first timer. Dami ding first timer. Si Sushi, si Rosalind. Rome, third timer. First timer, si May. Ayun, free po ba? Yes, free yung certificate. Walang bayad yung certificate. This is a free webinar, pero may assignment, okay? Because we don't want to just give you the certificate na wala kayong proof na may nagawa kayo. So, the certificate is parang proof na may natutunan kayo, okay? And you have the assignment as that proof. Crystal, ayun, si Melanie, complete attendance. Ayun, definitely not the last. Ayun, first timer, second time last week and today. Don't worry if it's your first time. I'm glad you're here, even if it's your second time. But congratulations to everybody who has been here since the beginning. And we still have 4 more after this, for the 4 weeks of November. Then, our next webinar, we're taking a 1-week break on October 31, so we won't have anything next week. So don't wait next week for another webinar. Pero we're going to be continuing on November 7, okay, especially for the first timers here. If this is your first time, you can go for a second time. We have our Photoshop Essentials November 7 at 8 p.m. Okay, November 7 at 8 p.m. So the same time as right now. And I'll show you the schedule later for the upcoming webinars. Okay, it's 8:09, so let's dive right into our coverage for today. We have another night filled with a lot of knowledge, and we're going to follow the same drill, okay? So our topic tonight is Amazon Seller Central, and this is what we will cover. First of all, we have e-commerce. We have Amazon as a marketplace, Amazon Seller Central. Itong tool na to, which a lot of VAs and yung mga sellers, this is what they use. How to how to cancel orders, how to process refunds, seller central messages, basic inventory management, and handling seller feedback. So if you are an Amazon VA, who was Amazon VA earlier, these are the kind of tasks that you will be doing. And by attending this training, you will kind of know how to do them na, so that you can apply for these jobs and pwede nyo sabihin sa mga clients nyo na, I know how to do refunds, I know how to cancel orders, I've attended a workshop, and I know how to do it na. So may edge kayo, di ba? You already have that. You don't need to be trained na sabihin ni client, oh, may training kami. Di mo na kailangan, di ba? Because you already know how. So that's what you're gonna get tonight. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm sure a lot of you are ready. Are you ready? Are you excited? Excited ba kayo? Let's drink some water here. Leilani, if you haven't received, you should have the social media. Send an email. Have you submitted the assignment, and did you submit it by the deadline? There are people who submitted the assignments past the deadline. Sorry, we won't give certificates if you submit it past the deadline. May deadline lahat. For this one, it's going to be October 30 yung deadline for this assignment. Okay? Yes, excited si Mandela, si Lorianne, si Eden, si Lizelle, si Ivy, Kenelyn, Che, Jazil from Cebu City. Oh, mga taga Cebu. Daghan tayo mga taga Cebu. Vien, Najin, MJ, Aki. If you can't submit them late, sorry, if you can't, there's a deadline talaga for the submission, so sorry. You have to wait for our next webinars. You can't get the past webinars if you watch them late na. Mitos, Joan, Jenlyn, excited, Venus, excited. Oh, daming excited. All right, let's dive right in to tonight's webinar. All right. Oh yeah, by the way, just a quick disclaimer. Ako, you see me as the trainer ng VA Bootcamp, but we have an entire team behind me. We have actual VAs in the VA Bootcamp who are doing this actual work every day. So what you learn here is what people are really doing. And since we're talking about Amazon Seller Central, we're going to show you what's in a real Amazon store. But we cannot do a live demo, okay? Because of the privacy. Diba? We've done live demos in the past, but we can't do it tonight because mga privacy issues, privacy and security issues. We have screenshots lang, but we had to replace yung mga identifying information. But what you're gonna see here is the actual Amazon Seller Central, and one of we got this from a contributor who gave us the screenshots kahit may NDA. So thank you sa contributor lang para makatulong, sa advocacy of helping Filipinos. So we'll say thank you to the kind soul who gave the screenshots for tonight. All right. Okay, so just a quick review from last week. Last week we talked about e-commerce. Okay, for those of you that didn't attend, Amazon is one. We have Amazon, we have Lazada, we have Shopee, and these are part of all part of e-commerce. So e-commerce, just as a refresher, it's any buy or sell transaction that happens over the internet. So when we do our online shopping, when we buy food sa Food Panda, sa Grab, this even includes selling, offering your services on Upwork, on online jobs, when you pay for Netflix, if you enroll in the VA Bootcamp, and so on. Whenever you're doing a transaction online, that is an e-commerce transaction. And I'm sure you guys have done at least once. Netflix subscriber ako, I'm on Netflix. We have VA Bootcamp students here. Most of us have done purchases on Shopee or Lazada, diba? If you're an e-commerce VA, you'll mostly be assisting clients who own an e-commerce store. Okay, an e-commerce store like in Lazada and Shopee and so on. They may be selling products on websites, like the different platforms. Pero if we talk about foreign platforms, diba? We have Lazada, we have Shopee. That's mostly for like Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines. But if we're talking about the Westerners, so mga UK, US, which most of our clients come from, we'll be dealing with sites such as Amazon, eBay, Etsy, or kahit Walmart. And your main job as an Amazon VA, an e-commerce VA, is to assist your clients with the day-to-day business operations and transactions, which can be different. Okay, a lot of these transactions, a lot of yung mga SOP ng mga different businesses, they vary. May iba-iba silang mga processes and SOPs, but a lot of what you'll be doing is in customer service, website management, marketing, and so on. And what we're talking about tonight are the common tasks that you'll be assigned to do as an e-commerce or an Amazon VA. And kahit hindi sa Amazon, these same tasks are parang yung mga common assignments that you'll be asked to do even in Lazada or even in eBay and so on. Sige. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you some mga job openings. Okay, so there are some job openings here that you may come across when looking for Amazon or e-commerce VA roles. And I'm just going to read this out here. Virtual/admin assistants, Amazon VA position. We are looking for an honest, serious, and reliable person that has experience in using Seller Central. Oh, kailangan may experience, and you're attending tonight, so you're going to get know-how. You don't need to be a pro. A few days of training will be provided, but you will have to be able to navigate on Seller Central independently. Experience working with dropshipping companies. Preferred main tasks include customer service, returns, refunds, email and chat communications with vendors, inventory check, price check, Google Docs updating. They use tools such as Keepa, RevSeller, Helium 10, but they don't rely too much on software. You need a good working brain. I think may good working brain naman tayo, di ba? Good English. Customer service should be performed during US work hours. Training will be provided during the daytime. After that, working hours will preferably have to be in your evening or nighttime. We would initially need 3 to 4 hours a day, Monday to Saturday, but during holidays, they need more. Growth and business bonuses are guaranteed. If you're the candidate, the rate is low because we believe in praising with bonuses for the goals achieved. Okay, so the contract's for 2 to 3 months, and then they'll bring in somebody long-term after that if maayos yung 2 to 3 months of performance mo. Okay, so these are the kind of tasks you'll be doing. Another opening, this is an onlinejobs.ph. Just posted 5 days ago. Canada-based company selling home decor products on Amazon last 2 years, looking for an experienced e-commerce or Amazon VA to grow a small but growing team. May 2 VAs na sila in the Philippines. The ideal candidate, motivated self-learner, great organization data analysis skills, comfortable with tech and research additional information that's necessary to perform duties. Trainings provided, part-time work, so 20 hours per week, but can increase to full-time depending on the workload. It's a long-term position for a growing e-commerce company. So customer service, review management, listing optimization, managing customer refunds, tracking inventory, store forecasting, communication, and maintaining strong relationships, analyze product performance, calculate product landing costs, assist in product development, gather new keywords, create weekly newsletters assisting in other marketing tasks, small graphic design work. So these are the most common tasks you'll be seeing, and we're talking about most of them tonight. Yeah. So, ayun, we have mga eBay store managers and Amazon and Shopify people here. Ayun, nice. If you submitted it, send an email or send a message to the Facebook page para we can check on what's going on. So, as you can see here, these are recent job posts that were posted for Amazon or e-commerce VAs, and these are the kind of jobs that you'd be applying for. I know some of these tasks you might know how to do, or yung iba you might not know how to do, but that's why you're here tonight, to learn, diba? And through this, we're dealing with Amazon, diba? Amazon VAs. Now, if you go to Amazon.com, I'm not sure if you've ever been to Amazon.com, pero by the way, you can actually order things on Amazon.com and have it shipped to the Philippines. I've done that a few times, and okay naman yung shipping nila. Minsan, mas mura na to buy on Amazon and have it shipped than to buy locally. Sometimes, it's because may mga sale yung US na grabe. So, maybe you've been on Amazon.com. Who has an account? Sino bang may account? Baka you haven't gone shopping, pero sinong may account dito sa Amazon? Just say yes if you have an account. Pero even if you don't have an account on Amazon, I think you have an account on Shopee or Lazada or eBay or any other, or Foodpanda ba? And when we go on these websites, what we see is yung buyer's perspective, diba? We're going on the website as a buyer, okay? As customers, diba, we do searches, we find an item, we add it to cart, we read the description, we pay for the item, wait for the item to ship. And then when we receive the item, we leave feedback, or kung may sira, diba, we return or request for a refund, diba? So that's parang the whole buyer's experience. But tonight, we're gonna look at Amazon from a seller's perspective. So Amazon as a marketplace. O si Christina meron, April, Angelica, si G, Gen Z, Marmy, Roy, Victoria for work, Lian, Rina, Jessica, meron. Ruby, ang daming may account, may mga Amazon accounts, ha. Jennifer, Sheila, Amazon.ae. Ano yun? Anong AE? Middle East ba yun? Melanie. AG, oo, si Diaz, meron. A lot of people have Amazon account. And we're looking at it tonight from a seller's perspective. So, you'll be seeing the other side. Iba yung interface sa selling. Because instead of buying, you'll be the one as an Amazon VA, you'll be the one making sure that you have items to sell, that customers can find you, that they receive their orders, that yung mga queries nila will be answered, and that you provide a great experience para they'll give you 5 stars. That's very important at Amazon, yung 5-star feedback. As a seller or as a VA, you do this not just for sales and profits, but you want to gain the trust of the platform. You want to gain the trust of Amazon. Dito Amazon pag-usapan natin, because the more that you gain the trust of Amazon, the higher you'll be rated. Yung mga products mo will appear first before other products. And of course, they're advertising, but you want to gain the trust of the platform. Yung iba, they don't gain the trust, they do things that are against the rules, and you can get banned pa from Amazon. If you get banned from Amazon, that's a very big problem. So, just like with any other platform, like on Upwork, diba? You have to follow the rules. You have to follow the rules so that you don't get suspended, so that you don't get banned. Or lalo pa, your clients don't get suspended and don't get banned. UAE pala. Thank you, Melanie, for letting me know. Ayan. Okay, so the Amazon Marketplace. The Amazon Marketplace. We have different websites on Amazon. Amazon, it's an e-commerce platform. It's a place where different sellers, just like Lazada, different sellers can sell their products. Amazon, they sell their own products, pero other companies, they also sell their products on Amazon. There's Amazon.com, there's Amazon.com.au for Australia, .uk for the UK, .ca for Canada, and there are other things here that Prime and FBA. Now, using the Amazon Marketplace, there are mga third-party sellers that can gain access to the customers of Amazon.com. Amazon, they get more products that they can sell, diba? Rather than them having to do the research and do the writing, they can sell more products without having to buy additional inventory. So win-win situation both sa mga sellers and sa platform which is Amazon.com. Amazon is internationally, it's the biggest, the busiest, and in-demand e-commerce marketplace. May Amazon.in for India. Wala pang Philippines, pero it's in so many countries right now. There are a lot of country-specific Amazon stores, and JP for Japan, for example. So you can work with clients from different countries. Yung ibang Amazon sellers, they sell in different countries. They sell in Germany, Amazon.de. They sell in Italy, .it. They sell in the US.com. And on top of these marketplaces, in different countries, Amazon also has memberships. Itong Amazon Prime, as you can see here, dito sa lower right, there's Amazon Prime, which gives faster shipping. So may priority sa shipping. May access to TV shows, to music, to the reading library sa Kindle, to exclusive deals. And another one that you'll probably hear about a lot tonight is FBA. Yung tinatawag nating Amazon FBA. There's one at the bottom here. Now, if you've looked on jobs online, and like this is a search for Amazon VA jobs, you'll see a lot of these listings have the word Amazon FBA. Sige, who knows what Amazon FBA means? Type it in the comment section down below if alam nyo yung meaning ng Amazon FBA. Yes, may replay. Well, thank you for replying, Anne. Ang ibig sabihin ng Amazon FBA? Philippine Basketball Association ba yun? Filipino Basketball, PBA naman yung Philippine Basketball Association. Anong FBA? Fulfilled by Amazon. Fulfillment by Amazon. Very good. So, when we talk about Amazon FBA, it's fulfillment by Amazon. So, what happens dito? We have the step-by-step, diba? And we'll just go over this here. What happens is that yung client or yung business will register as an Amazon seller. They'll create a product listing on Amazon. Step 3 is they send their products to Amazon's warehouses. Yung tinatawag nating fulfillment centers. Okay, fulfillment centers. So Yung warehouse ni Amazon, that's where the seller will send their products to. And then they'll mark it in their Amazon store as FBA. Okay, they'll click a check mark. This is FBA. And then when people order on Amazon, ang gagawin ni Amazon is that they will be the ones to ship the items. Sila na bahala. Because they already have the items in their warehouse. Okay? So, for example, if I am selling, what am I selling here? Mga hangers, okay? Mga hangers na ganito. What I'll do is I have 1,000 hangers. I'll go on Amazon.com, create an account, create a listing, and I'll ship my 1,000 hangers to Amazon's warehouses. When somebody buys on Amazon for one of these, Amazon na bahala. They'll be the ones to ship the product to them, ship the product to the customers. Less hassle for me, diba? Less hassle for me. Pero Amazon charges a fee on top of the regular. They have fees for selling, and they also have fees for storage. They have fees for storage and the stock keeping. So, what are these fees like? Okay, so there are different plans. We won't go into this in detail, pero there are different selling plans that Amazon has. Okay, the fees can range from 45 cents per unit per item sold to something like $1.50 per item sold, and then there's also $39.99 per month plus additional selling fees if you sign up for a professional account. We won't go into the details nito. Okay, there are a lot of details here, but just know that may mga additional costs that Amazon has for selling plans, and may additional pa. So if you sell products, there's a cost, and if you have them fulfill the items, meaning you have them be the ones to ship and sell the items, may additional costs on top of that din. Okay? So depending on what the client needs, they'll sign up for one of these plans. It's not really up to you. Okay? It's not really your business. Sila na bahala dito, but just letting you know na may additional costs. Now, there are pros and cons of FBA. So we have FBA, meaning they're the ones fulfilling the orders. They have the items in their warehouses, versus regular na if it's not FBA, yung regular na hindi FBA na sellers is let's say I have these, balikan natin yung example kanina, I have these hangers, I have them in my house, tapos ako na bahala mag-ship. Diba? So I'm gonna be the ones to ship the items when I get orders, versus FBA where I send it all to them, Amazon bahala to ship all of the items. So there's that difference there. And there are pros and cons naman. Okay, there are pros and cons of doing FBA versus handling it myself. So as ikaw, if you're a seller, thank you Angelica. Yun, si Angelica yung Amazon VA. Tell them where sophisticated logistics. They tell you where with their sophisticated logistics network and algorithms. Sila na bahala, they take care of it. So as a seller, if you're gonna be a seller, what would you prefer? Manual fulfillment or fulfillment by Amazon? So which would you choose? Fulfillment by Amazon, less headaches na, diba? I don't have to pack and ship. Sila na bahala to pack and ship the items, even though may additional fee. So let's look at the pros and cons of Amazon FBA. So there are a lot of pros over here. Effortless logistics and shipping, discounted yung shipping rates because may mga agreements sila, they have their own riders din. Management refunds, customer service is easy, potentially unlimited storage space rather than me having to store it sa warehouse na nila, diba? Unlimited yung storage space. Quick delivery, fulfillment of orders from other channels pa. Cons, FBA costs money. May bayad, diba? Mas gastos. May long-term storage fees. You can see more returns since customers actually have higher returns on FBA items because it's much easier to return. Product preparation can be difficult. There are strict guidelines that you have to follow. Tracking inventory can be difficult because it's all managed by Amazon. And sales tax can be difficult because every state has their own different rules, especially if it's legally. I won't dive into it, but it gets more difficult when you do FBA. Now, for now, just know that there's FBA fulfilled. Ito, Amazon takes care of the packing and shipping, or seller fulfilled. Yung manual na sinabi ko kanina, where the store owner takes care of the packing and shipping. So you have a choice. If you're a seller in Amazon, you have a choice to use FBA fulfilled or seller fulfilled. A merchant fulfilled. FBA, lahat FBA, less hassle, di ba? Kahit may bayad na extra, FBA na lang. Saka need din yata need ng CC to sign up. Wait, need ba ng CC to sign up? I'm not sure. It's been a long time. Sige. So may choice ka. A lot of sellers do FBA, but yung mga bigger sellers, they do seller fulfill because they have their own warehousing, di ba? So yung mga bigger sellers don't need it. The smaller sellers mostly do FBA. Okay, so let's say na you're already in Amazon VA or you're a seller in Amazon, when you log into Amazon, ito yung makikita mo. This is Amazon Seller Central. This is kind of the interface that you're going to be seeing here. Okay. We have different sections. I'm going to go over them one by one. Itong mga applets. So on top, you see the menu, catalog, inventory. There are mga open orders, alerts. But under that, you see out of stock, low inventory, restock inventory, and so on. So the out of stock items over here, you can see there's a notification over here for all the different items that you need to provide stock for. Low inventory, so yung malapit na. So it's kind of an alert that you need to restock. Amazon's gonna tell you that na. So it's all parang automated. Restock inventory, so they're gonna tell you recommended based on sales. May projections sila. Based on the past sales, they recommend na you send 113 items. Okay, this is their recommendation. There are some opportunities because there are lots of sellers, diba? So Amazon's gonna say, you know, other sellers they're selling it cheaper. So we recommend that you also change your price, diba? And in the buy box, there's a buy box yung parang yung deals, diba, on Lazada, we also have the deals, yung mga daily deals. Yung buy box din is kind of the same. But here, you can see the opportunities to match pricing. You can see what other sellers are selling the same product for, which is very convenient. Here, match low price. So, yung match buy box price, this is yung parang sale price. Yung low price is yung normal price of other sellers selling lower than you. You can also match their prices. Brand analytics, you can find the top search terms here, which is very convenient. You see what people are searching for. You can see also the messages, the messages you have pending. And this is important. These things here, 24 hours target or over 24 hours target. Amazon requires, well, hindi naman require, but recommends that you respond to all messages within 24 hours. Okay, if you respond outside 24 hours, you can get penalized, and you don't want to do that. That's bad if you get penalized by Amazon. Okay. One thing here, just going back here, the SKU, we see SKU and ASIN, ASIN. SKU is stock keeping unit. A stock keeping unit is the seller's, ito yung parang code, diba? When you buy items, when you or things in the grocery, they have a code. SKU is the code in your own system. Yung ASIN, yung Amazon single item number. That's what it is. ASIN. ASIN for short. Yung salt. Hindi siya salt ha, pero it's assigned by Amazon, and this is sa Amazon systems. Ito yung special number nila, yung inventory number nila. So it's very different. So SKU is your own system. ASIN is Amazon's system. Okay, just letting you know about these two numbers over here. Okay, questions so far? Do we have any questions so far? Let me know if you have any questions, so that we can answer them if you do. Okay, let me drink some water here. And this is the messages. When you scroll down, so this is on top. Okay, when you log in, this is what you see on top. Tapos if you scroll down, this is what you're going to see over here. You're going to see your orders and your messages. Okay, so you see all the pending, mga unshipped, shipped, return requests, seller fulfilled items, Amazon fulfilled items, and yung mga messages. Okay, so parang you have your dashboard where you see everything. Now, we won't dive into all of these one by one, but let's go over the most important sections here in Amazon. the very common section you should be going if you're an Amazon VA or if you're an Amazon seller is the area to manage orders. So if you're going to manage orders, well, this is just zoomed in, yung mga pending orders. If you're going to manage orders, at the top menu, you see the orders button, and then you click on manage orders. And you're gonna see all of your orders over here. Okay, so a list of all of the current, the past, the pending, the canceled orders, lahat ng mga orders dito, you'll see it. Like right now, here you see 342 orders in the last 30 days. And this over here, you're just seeing the FBA orders. Okay, this is just the FBA orders. So only the ones that are fulfilled by Amazon. If you want to see the seller fulfilled orders, you're going to have to click on the button in the upper right. Okay. Now going back here, you have this is over 10,000 orders. But you have filters here kasi ang gulo, diba? Ang daming orders. But if you want to filter the orders, there are filters underneath the View Seller Fulfilled Orders button. There are ways that you can filter the orders. You can do searches para you won't be so overwhelmed. Okay, there are different filters for you to narrow down your search. Okay, so we have the by default, you're gonna see all the FBA orders, and then if you want to click on the Seller Fulfilled Orders, you click on the link here. The visual aid is blurred ba? Teka lang, yung stream, baka yung quality, you might want to watch the replay because the stream quality is pretty high. So, or baka full screen nyo because it is pretty high quality na. Okay, so that's how you manage the orders, and you can do different things within the orders. One of the things that you can do with the orders is cancel orders. Okay. As a Amazon VA or an e-commerce VA, you'll encounter a lot of scenarios where customers, they want to cancel orders, and it's very easy to do this especially if you're doing a seller fulfilled order. Okay. Now, unlike dito sa Pilipinas, canceling is hard, diba? Once na order mo na, mahirap na mag-cancel. Even if you send a message to the seller, ayaw nila mag-cancel. But in the US and in a lot of other countries, you're required to really cancel the item if you haven't shipped it out yet. And even if you shipped it out, the buyers, they can refuse delivery. They can say, ayoko na sa item, I changed my mind, and it's okay. Okay, so there's very different rules. Dito ang hirap mag-cancel, ang hirap mag-return. In the States, in Europe, parang no questions asked halos na you can return an item. Now, that's why it's very common. You'll see a lot of cancellations for different reasons, and it's okay. Parang normal lang. Now, if you are dealing inside Amazon Seller Central, if you're dealing with a seller fulfilled order, to cancel an item, all you have to do is click on the details. So let me go back here. Dito yung mga orders, diba? So if you just click on the order number, we have the order numbers here. Click on the order number, you will see, this will give you the order details, yung lahat ng details for that order. And up here in the upper right, there is the cancel order button. I don't know if you can see my mouse, pero parang you can't see my mouse ata. Pero in the upper right, there is that button that says cancel order. All you have to do is click that and then cancel that. Take note that you can only cancel orders if they haven't shipped yet. Okay, only if you haven't shipped them, that's when you have that option. But if you've already printed the packing slip, okay, so what the seller does is they print the packing slip and they go to Amazon and then they mark the item as shipped. You don't have the option anymore to cancel. So this is seller fulfilled. You won't have the option to cancel the item anymore, as you can see here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's no more cancel button over here because the item has already been shipped. But what you can do is you can refund the order, or you can reprint a packing slip. Now, most of the time, what's going to happen is the seller will just tell the customer, just refuse delivery para it'll be returned back to the sender. If it's already been shipped, kasi mahirap if the seller refunds the item, tapos na-ship na, tapos tanggapin ng customer, diba, lugi yung business. So what they usually say is just refuse delivery or return the item afterwards. Okay, and that's totally fine. Unlike dito sa Pilipinas na medyo mahirap. When you're dealing with seller-fulfilled options, seller-fulfilled items, you'll find different shipping options. You'll enter, a lot of the times as a VA, you'll need to enter the tracking number. Okay, you'll need to enter the tracking number and choose which service you use. You can use like FedEx, USPS, or UPS to ship the items. So you're gonna parang may drop down yun and just enter the tracking number so that the buyer will see what the tracking number is and they can track it on their own. Okay, now for FBA items, okay, well this is for FBA items. Oh, this is an FBA item over here. You can't. There is no cancel order button. Okay, there is no cancel order button. True, if they have not shipped it yet, they can still cancel. Ito na talaga yung niche na gusto ko. Good to hear. I can see. Good. Sometimes they block your account if you cancel your order. They can block your account. But as a buyer, if you don't, well, depends if you cancel too much as a buyer or as a seller. As a seller, it's actually bad to cancel. You can get parang a bad reputation sa Amazon. As a buyer, as long as you don't cancel too much, parang hindi siya abuse. It's actually okay. Kaya dito sa Pilipinas, you get blocked. Sometimes you can't do COD anymore if you refuse delivery. I've done that. Parang 3 months may block or 6 months. Okay, now this is an Amazon FBA order, and there are some differences if it's fulfilled by Amazon. Kanina yung sinasabi ko, I was discussing about seller fulfilled. Remember, there's also Amazon fulfilled, yung FBA items. If it's an FBA item, Amazon, remember, will pack and ship the item for the seller. Now, there's a difference here. This is a seller fulfilled item, and this is an Amazon fulfilled item. And there are differences, there are a lot of differences here. First of all, yung address. Kapag seller fulfilled, kompleto yung address because as the seller, you're supposed to send the item. Pero if Amazon fulfilled, they will not give you the full address. Yung city, state, and zip code lang. So they won't show you the full information for privacy purposes kasi hindi mo naman kailangan if it's Amazon fulfilled kasi they're the ones who will be shipping the item. Also, you cannot cancel FBA orders. If you're a seller, they cannot cancel FBA orders. The customer has to be the one to cancel the order and may time limit. I think 30 minutes yung time limit from the time they order the item to cancel it na guaranteed ma-cancel agad yung item na hindi pa isi-ship ni Amazon. Because Amazon ships very, very quickly. That's one of the benefits of Amazon FBA. Once order ni customer, they already start packing and shipping the items almost immediately. So customers have around a 30-minute window to guarantee cancel. After that, hindi siya guaranteed. But the seller cannot cancel FBA orders. You can only refund the order once again, but most of the time, you don't want to refund it here. You want them to refuse delivery or to return the item. You'd refund the order here if you don't need the item back. Minsan mas mahal pa yung like it's too much hassle to send the item back, so you can just refund them without them shipping the item back. Okay, so there's some questions here. Alam mo ba yung Macy's? Yung Macy's department store yun, yung Macy's. They also have an online, pero yung Amazon yung number one's the biggest. If ang isang SKU po ba FBA, pwede pa rin siya maging seller fulfilled. You can have, correct me if I'm wrong, yung mga Amazon VA dito, pero you can have parang a single item that you have inventory na Amazon fulfilled and inventory na seller fulfilled. May course ba focus on e-com lang? We have e-com VA, an e-com VA course, FIDA, paid course. It's $2,990 or it's free if you enroll in VA Bootcamp Accelerated or Complete. There will be a recording, yes. With Shopee, if you cancel the day before shipping, it's okay in Amazon. Yes, normally if it's shipped before shipping, it's easy to cancel. Once it's shipped, you can return it or you can refuse delivery. As a buyer, only cancellation as long as your account is not flagged. Oh, tama. Thank you. If you're parang may abuse, I think your account can get flagged. I have experience sa Barnes & Noble, kaso hindi siya mismo sa website may tools. Dito pa ba? Yes, sa Amazon website mismo, may section talaga for accessing these tools. Sir, kapag nag-apply ako ng FBA sa Amazon, may ibibigay po ba muna silang actual or online training bago kanila finally i-hire? Most of the time may training naman, but by attending this free workshop, you already have an advantage. You can watch can a seller have both seller fulfilled and Amazon? As far as I know, yes, but once again, sino mga current Amazon VAs dito, baka they'll be more up to date. FBA fulfillment by Amazon, yes. Thank you, May. Just 2 listings of the same product. Yeah, there we go. Balik-balik yung video. Baka may sa connection yun. You can have both Amazon. How much po yung course? We have an e-commerce course. Baka someone can give the link. One of the interns give the link for the e-commerce course for those who are asking. There are items na hindi talaga pinapabalik ng Amazon, like hazmat and perfumes, di ba? Sometimes Amazon will just say, oh, ito na yung refund mo, wag mo nang ibalik yung item. Do they hire part-time? Yes, FBA and FBM. Fulfilled by merchant and fulfilled by Amazon. Yung others gusto with experience na talaga yung tinatanggap. Minsan kailangan may experience. Pero all of us start with no experience, di ba? Okay, so we've gone over the questions here. Ang dami pa nating slides. Okay, so that's canceling orders. Now, if FBA customers want to cancel orders, they have to do it directly on Amazon. And in fact, one thing also is that you can't see if you're a seller or a VA and FBA yung mga items, you cannot see the tracking information. Hindi visible sa yung tracking information. The customer can see it on their end, but the seller, they cannot see it. So they'll have to check. If they send you a message, they'll have to check on their order status, which is very easy. Okay, so and if they have additional tracking issues, cancellation issues, they can contact Amazon directly. But usually they can cancel within their orders, or yung mga, if it's already shipped, just refuse delivery or do a return. All right, our next topic is how to handle refunds. How to process refunds. Now, one of the more common scenarios, aside from canceling, is handling refund requests. When it comes to refunds, depends on the business. May iba-iba silang mga SOPs. Okay? But in most cases, within 30 days, you have may return window usually si Amazon. Na if the items to be returned within 30 days, it's no questions asked, they'll give a full refund. And for a lot of the merchants, it's the same din. Amazon kind of forces you to agree to that. Pero in some cases, like outside the window, or there are other special cases, case-to-case basis na yun, depending on the business. So assumption natin dito is that you're allowed to give a refund. Okay, so if you're allowed to give a refund, all you have to do is you can click on Refund Order. You can, within the order, same window earlier, you can just click on Refund Order, and then here are the details. So whether it's FBA or seller fulfilled, you have the option to refund. Ito may customer return. I'll go over the reasons later. Pero you can refund the full amount. If you click this checkbox, automatic the numbers will be filled in. Pero in some special cases, baka hindi full amount, then you manually put it in. For the reason for refund, these are the reasons you have available: customer return or general adjustment. Sometimes baka may complaint si customer, and then you give a partial refund instead. You do a general adjustment, and then you enter the amount manually. Instead of clicking the box here that says refund full amount, you just enter the amount that's less than the total. Okay, you'll see the total amounts naman here on the left side of the order amount, so that and you won't be able to refund more than that. Grabe naman si customer if demand siya more than yung gastos niya, di ba? One of the most common reasons also that you'll be doing partial refunds is if you're refunding sales tax. Okay, so to refund sales tax, what you have to do is you have to, over here, refund tax only. There's a button. If you click on this button in the upper left, so it's above the picture of the t-shirt, there is a button that says refund tax only. And then if it's tax exempt, so there are two reasons: tax exempt buyer, or if they're ordering from an area na Amazon doesn't have or the seller doesn't have a office in, it can be tax exempt. There are reasons here that you'll choose. In most cases, if they're an educational institution like a school or a nonprofit, then you can select it over here. Most of the time though, when a business or a school, they create an Amazon account, they already indicate sa account nila that they're tax exempt. Pero sometimes, baka nakalimutan lang nila or they didn't submit the requirements, it'll automatically charge them sales tax, and then they'll say, "Oy, I'm exempt," and then you'll just give a partial refund for the sales tax only. Okay? Hindi na pa pwede mag-partial refund. Totoo ba, Carl? Both on seller fulfilled and Amazon fulfilled. Can other VAs confirm that din? Last time I saw meron eh. Pero baka iba na yung ngayon. Mas updated. Kasi nag-change. Sometimes Amazon changes the rules, so baka may bagong rule na hindi na pwede yung partial refunds. Pero yung sales tax, that's always going to be available kasi may mga tax exempt companies. Okay. So now seller central messages. Another important VA task is dealing with yung mga customer service dito sa seller central. Now in Amazon Seller Central, you'll see a messages button here, and then if you click on the messages button, then you will get into the messages menu right here. Now, as it says over here on the very, very top, respond within 24 hours. So there is a warning. You'll see some warnings here on the left. Due 20 hours, due 22 hours. So may due dates yung mga messages that you should respond within 24 hours. Amazon, para sa kanila, yung customer experience is very, very important. And if you respond outside 24 hours, they're going to give you an award. Yung award tawag, late response. And it's bad for your seller rating when you have a late response na award. Parang hindi punishment pala, hindi pala award. It's going to be bad for your seller rating. So if you're a VA, it's important for you to log in once a day, at least once a day, and check the messages so that you can respond to everything within 24 hours. Hindi ma-penalize si client. Or if ikaw yung seller, hindi ka ma-penalize din. There are some rules within the messages section. You can't give external links. This is important na hindi mo pwede sasabihin sa customer na, "Oy, bigyan kita ng discount. Just go to the website. Huwag ka na mag-order sa Amazon kasi may charge sila." You're not allowed to do that. If you do that, you could get banned from Amazon. If you give external links or parang hint na you're going to sell directly, just like sa Upwork actually. Diba sa Upwork, di pwede na transactions outside Upwork. Dito din, di pwede. And then, kahit yung email address, you can't see their email address. I'm not sure if you can see it here, medyo maliit. Pero, you can send them an email, pero encrypted yung email. It goes through Amazon servers. You can't see the customer's actual email address. For retail, pwede. For fulfilled by seller, pwede. Pwede pa mang partial refund out of fulfilled by seller. I'm waiting for the responses of the current Amazon VAs. So yeah, very, very important. Respond within 24 hours. Now, even sa dashboard, even if you don't go into the messages menu, you're going to see in the dashboard here how many messages you need to respond to within the 24-hour window. Okay, so yeah, very important for you to take care of it. So yeah, the next task is basic inventory management. Should be respond within 24 hours because if not, account health will be affected. Your account health. And you don't want to you'll get penalized. So you don't want to get penalized. Full refund lang po yung option. You can request partial refund from Amazon customer support if returned item and reason po it was damaged. Wala na palang partial refund. Okay. Thank you, Pearl, for that update. And who mentioned it earlier, si Carl, thank you for mentioning that. Wala nang partial refund, full refund na lang yung option sa loob ng Amazon Seller Central. Okay. Thank you for that update, guys. So just take note of that. For everyone aspiring to be an Amazon VA as well, na full refund na lang yung option. Yung partial refund, they have to request it directly from Amazon customer support. And yung reason is parang damaged by the courier and may kailangan ng proof. So mas strict na si Amazon ngayon, di tulad dati na not so strict. Okay, now basic inventory management, that's our next topic. It's also another important task as an Amazon VA. So when you are selling something on Amazon, diba, you want to provide a good experience to the buyers. I'm not sure if you've experienced this before. Ako, I've experienced this. I ordered something on Lazada, tapos hindi pa, parang several days went by, they haven't shipped it. I sent messages, di pa nag-reply si seller, and then biglang canceled, wala na palang inventory, wala na palang stock. Diba, that's a very bad experience. And Amazon is strict about that, and Lazada parang hindi sila strict, pero Amazon is very strict about that. They don't want to provide bad experiences, and they could punish the sellers. They say they're punishing the sellers who provide bad experiences na biglang ma-cancel yung order because wala na palang inventory. So it's important for you to manage your inventory properly on Amazon. Nakakainis yung mga sellers on Lazada and Shopee, di ba? Na may listing, tapos babayaran mo na, use my GCash account, and wala palang stock. So they have to refund it, di ba? It's such a hassle. So Amazon's strict about that, and in order not to provide those bad experiences, you have to manage inventory. So if you click on inventory and manage inventory, you can see the amount of inventory that you have listed on Amazon. If you're seller fulfilled, especially, or if you're fulfilled by Amazon, you see the actual stocks they have here. If you find items that have zero availability, what you should do is you should close those items. You should unlist those items to avoid negative effects on your store's performance. So if you want to close a listing, what you should do is dito, you'll click the edit menu, and then what you'll do is select close listing. Okay, you'll close listing so that hindi na siya lalabas because you don't have stocks for it anymore. On the other hand, you can also find something over here, yung relist button when you're doing inventory checks. Now what that means is that if there's already available stocks, so either if it's seller fulfilled, if you have stocks na, or if Amazon already received your stocks, you would need to relist the item. And of course, if you're the VA, you want to relist the item agad-agad para wala namang missed opportunities to sell the item. So just click on relist and then make confirmation message and you just hit OK. Tama po kayo. Na-ban po client ko dahil out of stock, di nag-sync yung inventory namin. Nax. Anong nangyari after they got... Pero hindi naman permanent ban. I haven't dealt with that before. Nag-ban yung seller. Pero I'm curious. Ano bang nangyari after that? After na-ban, Eileen. Curious ako ano nangyari. Experience ko yan sa Shopee and Lazada. Ang daming mga ganyan. They list the items pero wala na palang stock. There's still some cases na may partial refund pa rin po. Okay. So, special cases na lang. Arens, thank you for that. Mukhang sa isang niche. This is a good niche. Actually, it's a pretty fun niche. Okay naman po sa amin. Okay. Okay. Next is handling seller feedback. So, I showed you around Seller Central how to cancel orders, provide refunds, and responding to messages and managing inventory. The last thing we're talking about tonight, and overtime tayo. Okay lang guys, overtime tayo ng maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Last thing we're talking about tonight is handling seller feedback. And this is very, very important. This is very, very crucial. For those of us that are more familiar with local, diba yung ratings ng items, that's very important. When I see an item like on Lazada na 3 stars lang, parang I don't want to buy it na. Look for another item na competitor. So, seller feedback is extremely important, especially in negative feedback. Now, in Amazon, there are two kinds of feedback that you should look out for. First is seller feedback. Seller feedback is yung store's overall rating. It shows your performance as a seller and how you treat your customers. Okay, so this is the overall rating ng isang store. Okay, so over here, there's feedback manager. I'll discuss this in more detail, pero we see all the feedback you receive as a seller over here. So not yung item, okay, may item feedback and may seller feedback as well. Yung product feedback and seller feedback. And then you can track here. You can track as a seller. You can track the feedback, monitor their satisfaction with your service, and this is overall how to treat customers. There's also product reviews. Ito yung product feedback. It is specific on the products themselves. And if there are multiple sellers selling the same product, this kind of gets combined. Minsan magulo nga, and sometimes it gets confusing because yung ibang variations of the same product, they'll fall under the same, yung reviews are all in one page na. As buyers, we usually look at the product review. We don't usually look at the seller review, diba? But when it comes to Amazon and yung client mo, seller feedback is more significant. Because if you have bad seller feedback, lahat ng products mo will be affected. If you have really bad feedback, Amazon can stop you from selling on the platform. So if you have parang one bad product, it's fine. Pero seller feedback is all the more important. Now, if you want to look at your store feedback, go to the performance tab and click on the feedback menu, and then you'll see this screen over here. What we should be concerned about, okay naman yung positive. The positive is good, but the negative is what we should be looking at. It shows here that there's neutral feedback and negative feedback, right? And then for these kinds of feedback, you have options. May actions dito on the bottom right of the screen. You can see that there are actions that you can do. First of all, you can contact the customer. You can contact the customer, and if they have any issues, if they provided bad feedback, you can try to fix whatever issues they have with the product or with you, and then you can ask them to remove the feedback. So this is really important. In resolution, the customer experience is hopefully resolve it with that customer experience by contacting the customer. Okay. You can also post a public reply. And that parang makikita ng lahat na okay, ito yung reply ni seller. Posting a public reply, it doesn't get the feedback removed. It's better if the customer removes the feedback themselves. They have the option to remove that feedback. Pero if they don't, you can post a reply and so that everyone can see it. But it's still there. Hindi mawawala yung negative feedback mo. So it's better if you try to resolve the issue with the customer so that they'll remove the feedback. So they'll be happy enough, and then they'll remove the negative feedback. Okay, you can request removal. You see this button here, request removal, this third option here. And then this is really important when you request feedback removal. Amazon sometimes removes negative feedback in specific cases only. Okay, so these are the cases when Amazon will remove negative feedback. If the feedback includes obscene language, the feedback includes seller-specific, personally identifiable information. So if they give like the address of the seller and say, I hate the seller, he lives on this, ganun, then that's gonna be a security issue na, and they'll remove that feedback. The third is if the entire feedback comment is a product review. Okay, so this is seller feedback. If yung customer nakamali, they provide product feedback in the seller feedback section, then Amazon can remove that feedback because it's in the wrong section. Lastly is strike-through feedback. Yung strike-through feedback, may line siya across. So parang yung may X, ganun, may line siya across. If it's regarding fulfillment or customer service for an order fulfilled by Amazon. So if it's Amazon's fault, what they'll do is they will strike through feedback. Okay. Now, the policy right now is after 90 days, seller feedback will no longer be, you can't remove seller feedback anymore. So if it's more than 90 days, yung feedback, wala na, you can't remove it anymore. So take note that you want to resolve issues as soon as possible if may negative feedback or even if may neutral feedback minsan, you want to resolve issues as soon as possible. Now, once you request removal for feedback, you will get a notification pretty quickly whether or not they approve the removal of the feedback. Okay. And sometimes you'll have to parang appeal the case. You'll have to message the Amazon support team back and forth and say, if the request gets denied, then you'll have to send them a message and say, it should be removed because of so and so, because it falls under one of these reasons. So sometimes they'll reject the removal request, pero you can also appeal it. So here, Amazon's reply: we have reviewed this case and found it does not comply with our policy, so we have struck it through. So sometimes you'll get that reply pretty quickly naman. Sige. Feedback removal sample. So we have a sample here of feedback removal. We have received your request to remove feedback and reviewed the request. In this case, we regret to inform you that we are unable to remove this feedback. So ito yung rejected yung removal request. And once you get this message, you have 5 days to appeal, to say it should be removed because of so and so. So you have to do it as soon as possible, and then you can tell them, sige, it should be removed because of these reasons. Okay, the reasons I mentioned earlier. Looking at the comments here. Going over what we have learned today. So we talked about a lot. Actually, napagod na ako. Keep on drinking water. So we talked about a lot of things today. We talked about e-commerce really quickly. Amazon's a marketplace. Amazon Seller Central. How to cancel orders. How to process refunds. Seller Central messages. Basic inventory management. And handling seller feedback. So we covered a lot of things right now. And let's go over some other questions. You guys learned a lot tonight. I hope you guys learned a lot. Been talking here for over an hour na straight. So I hope you guys learned a lot tonight. Actually, para hindi sayang naman yung effort. Okay naman sa amin. Wait lang. Sobrang ang dami kong feedback negative. Watching experience ko po, na-close po yung store after maban. Na-close talaga. Just go ahead, the webinar is very helpful. Good to hear. Okay lang po. Lazada, Shopee, bad feedback, karamihan, hindi maganda sa actual. Oo. Yung expectation versus reality. They send email time to time to give feedback to the Amazon site. Seller feedback affects the account's health. Yeah. So lucky I have an interview on Monday. Yes, we provide certificates, pero hindi by Monday. We'll be sending it. Let me open my calendar. We'll be sending it on November 2. Yung certificates for this. Glad to hear. You're welcome, Cams. Need to request pa to remove feedback. You need to request so much information. You request removal if review is written. Okay. You can also request if it's foreign language. So hindi maintindihan ng iba. So you can also request. Thank you, Victoria, for adding that. Amazon support. Sakit sa ulo. Ang VA lang ba ang may access sa account sa Amazon? Paano makakuha ng report from Amazon ang bookkeeper? You should be able to export. Alam ko may export yung mga orders. You can export them into yung like CSVs for bookkeeping purposes. Pero Amazon VA can correct me since I'm not a current Amazon VA. Are those pretty much Amazon VA roles? Yes. What we talked about today lang. Pero for the past few weeks we've been having different webinars. How is it different selling the item through Amazon seller versus the seller sending it themselves? We talked a lot about it earlier. You can watch the replay if you didn't see it. But Amazon fulfillment, they're the ones to ship it. Seller, they ship it themselves. Great to hear. You guys are very welcome for the knowledge. Okay, so we have also attended, covered everything. Really attending a full course. Thank you to the team. I hope you can do a webinar for Amazon product research next time. Product research, Eduardo, we have it in the e-commerce VA course. So you can enroll in that one actually. Not sure if we'll do a webinar on that, but you can enroll and we have it there. Didn't notice the time. Ako din, ang bilis. Acquired knowledge. What's this assignment? Sige, assignment na tayo. Ang dami naghintay ng certificate. Before we tell you the assignment, just some reminders. We have next week, wala tayong webinar, but on November 7, we have Photoshop Essentials, then we have SEO in a nutshell, then we have Basics of Bookkeeping, and then we have Marketing Your Freelance Skills. So we have 4 more webinars to close out the year. December, pahinga naman tayo sa December. Next week, well, not next week. 2 weeks from now, hope to see you in the Photoshop Essentials webinar. And by the way, guys, if you enjoy this webinar, I see a lot of people learned a lot. If you enjoy this webinar, you will really love the VA Bootcamp because not only na may mga learning sessions tayo, but we have coaches, you have fellow students. Yung coaches, they provide feedback on your cover letters, and you get support from them. And this is a picture from our guided hustle challenge where coaches will help you with your profiles, your feedback, applying for jobs. They'll give you advice, and you have advice from your classmates. You have accountability. This program helps a lot of people get hired within the 30 days of the guided hustle challenge, and even after the 30 days, they still get hired from what they learned in the guided hustle challenge. Get guided because you have coaches there to help you and to support you. Just going some testimonials from the VA Bootcamp. This was from Vanessa May Gadiano. This was just a few weeks ago. She said, consistency and rope is the key. She's a full-time freelancer. She's a freelancer na may full-time corporate job pa at the same time. I just want to share my small win today kasi ang saya ko lang. For the first time ever, I received a job offer today from Upwork. Surprised when I check on it kasi ito pala yung client na nag-respond sa CL ko last October 1 pa. So it took 11 days for them to respond. He sent me a message saying he likes my portfolio about product sourcing. Ito yung e-commerce tax sa VA Bootcamp na ginawa kong portfolio. Kasi nga newbie po ako at never pa naka-client. So, this is the e-commerce VA course within the bootcamp. He also asked me about my previous e-commerce job experience. So I responded to him na at pinagmalaki ko yung mga ginawa kong tasks sa course. Kasi we asked you to do tasks and assignments. Akala ko ito na. Pero I never received any replies from him anymore. I thought another rejection na naman, so move on ulit. Nagpasa ng CLs everyday. Tuloy lang ang laban, bawal sumuko. Pasa lang ng pasa everyday. But I received responses from other job posts, got interviewed. Some of them were full-time, na conflicts sa corporate job. And she didn't pursue them. Yung iba naman rejected talaga kasi ibang freelancer ang kinuha. Nevertheless, masaya pa din ako kasi it proves na effective talaga ang rope. This is one of the methods we teach you in the bootcamp for sending application letters. And mas naging palaban ako. Sabi nga nung isang client na nag-interview sa akin, he had more than 300 candidates and I'm one of the final few na pinili niya for interview. So that means powerful talaga yung rope, yung method natin sa bootcamp. And today, binilikan ako ng client from Upwork for this job offer. So choosy po ba ako? Grab na agad-agad. Thank you sa coaches, Coach Mitch, Coach Leora, na provide ng feedback sa cover letters and profile namin, at sa MCI, yung interview, yung practice interview na malaking tulong para mas maging confident ka sa interviews and to win the job. Thank you sa coaches, lahat ng guidance and advices sa mga accountability call natin. This is indeed a good start. So this is one of our Hustle Challenge graduates who got hired sa ideal job niya, di ba? She got other offers pero kasi conflict sa full-time job niya. Si Darling Montealto, she doubled her hourly rate. Ex-client ko last year, nag-reach out ulit. Last time we worked together, $7 per hour. And then ngayon, $15 per hour na siya. So last year, $7, times 2 na yung earnings niya this year. And this is for Amazon listings. So as you can see, in the VA Bootcamp, you have the guidance to not only get hired, pero to improve your skills then. And same kay Darling, na you can even get your rate doubled eventually with some of the lessons that we teach. So in the VA Bootcamp, we teach you the skills, you have a community, you get your questions answered, and you have all the guidance after you finish the lessons, you get the guidance to really get you hired. So if you found this webinar helpful, you'll find a lot of value in the paid VA Bootcamp. You have the coaches, you have yung exclusive webinars just for the students. Okay, now we also have a contest. We're giving away prizes to 3 lucky winners. To 3 of our viewers tonight. You're going to get 3-month free subscription to any freelance tool. Okay, so you can get Trello, you can do Canva, or any other tool you want. A limit of $12 per month. And we will give you 3 months for free. To join the contest, all you have to do is like and follow the VA Bootcamp Facebook page. Take a photo of you watching the Amazon Seller Central webinar and share it on your Facebook wall, and then include these hashtags over here. make sure to set your privacy settings to public para we can see the post also. Saan ba yung print screen ko dito? I'm using another keyboard kasi so hindi ko alam saan yung print screen dito so that I can paste the instructions in the comment section. Ay, dito na lang. Sige, so to get the contest over here, let me just paste the instructions so that you can see. Wait, paste. Ayaw mag-paste ah. Bakit ayaw? Paste. Okay. Well, we'll get it later. Pero there are instructions over here. Hoy, instructions. Bakit ayaw? Give me a few moments, guys. Copy and then paste. Ayaw. Mamihan lang. Sige. These are the instructions for the contest so you can get the prize. Yung 3 months of free to the account. To any tool, to any freelancing tool. Okay, so do you guys want the certificate? I know a lot of you guys are just waiting here for the certificate. Who wants the certificate of completion for this workshop? Let me know in the comment section. If you want the certificate, say I want the certificate. Yung ginamit ko yung snipping tool pero parang may sira yung ano ko, yung paste ko. It's no longer working. Sige. So how do you get your certificate? First of all, create a seller account in one of these sites, Lazada, Shopee, or eBay, and then take a look at the different features. You can try creating a product as well, and then take a screenshot and post it. Take a screenshot of yung seller center within Lazada, Shopee, or eBay, and then post it in the assignment thread. I'm going to create the assignment thread right now so that you can post it there. Ang gulo ng ano. Saan ba yung nainis ako sa bagong Facebook. Let me switch back to the old one. Okay. So take a screenshot in our assignment thread and post it with these hashtags. The deadline for submission is on October 30, and we're going to send out the certificates on November 3. Okay, by November 3. So over here, I'm gonna create the assignment thread right now. Well, actually, after this webinar, so that you can submit it and get your certificate. So this is how you get your certificate. Once again, just do it before October 30, 5 p.m. So that you can get your certificates. All right, let's close out tonight. We are 17 minutes over time. Thank you guys for staying on. We had over 500 people stay until the end. Thank you so much, guys. And I want the certificate. Here are the instructions. I'll also paste it within a post on the VA Bootcamp Facebook page with the thread, so you'll see it there. All right, let's close with a quote by Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. Sabi niya, what's dangerous is not to evolve. So tayo, we have to keep on learning, keep on evolving all the time so that we can adjust to all the changes, especially in the online world. And right now, diba, pandemic tayo, so we have to adjust, we have to evolve. For those that didn't receive your certificate, if you submit it on time, send an email. Send me an email so that we can check on it. Okay, pwede yung Shopee page niyo, or if you have a Lazada page right now, you can use that then. Alright, thank you guys so much for your time tonight, and you have a great Sunday. Okay, see you on November 7. Wala tayong webinar next week. We'll continue on November 7. Bye-bye!